Hi guys, welcome to Good Living Daily, the channel that's all about helping you live your best life possible. And that's what today's video is all about. It's about lessons that I've learned, that I've been thinking about during and post lockdown. Seems like the perfect time to take some time out of your life, look back, reflect upon your lockdown experience, and from there see how we can build a new life, a better life, our best life possible. And I want to quickly share with you 12 of my musings, things that I've been pondering, lessons that I've learned myself through my lockdown experience. And hopefully it will help you to think about your experience and again, how you can build on that and how you can begin to move towards your best life possible. Okay, so number one is contentment. Now the Dalai Lama, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, His Holiness the Dalai Lama places a big emphasis on contentment. Why? Being happy with what we have right now. That is contentment. It's the biggest antidote to the human weakness of greed, that wanting more, wanting more, wanting more. For me, lockdown really emphasized the importance of contentment, being happy with what we've got right now, appreciating the little things in life. Do you remember during lockdown when we couldn't go out for nice meals? A lot of us started cooking nice meals at home. A lot of us appreciated the little things in life that really gave us fulfillment and joy. Let's not forget that as we go back to normality. One step beyond contentment, as in being happy with what we've got right now, being satisfied, we can go to number two, the attitude of gratitude, building on contentment. We're not just content, but we're physically, emotionally, spiritually grateful for what we have. That to me is powerful. That is pure joy. So we're appreciating every single thing that we've got in our lives. And then we're going beyond that. We're feeling immensely grateful for those little, small, amazing things that we have, such as the roof over our head, such as, of course, our health, the fact that we're still here, that we've been blessed with life, our family, our friends, our love, all of these amazing things in life. That to me, those two things, contentment and gratitude, are the keys to happiness and living an amazing life. Okay, number three. Let's think about the fragility of life. The fact that we might not be here tomorrow. Now, one amazing phrase that really makes you think about this, and that I've tried to live by over the last few years, is this: memento mori. Now, this comes from Marcus Aurelius. He wrote it in his book, his writings, Meditations. Memento mori, remember death. Sounds a little bit morbid, doesn't it? But remember death. Don't dwell on it, but try and remember it. And think of it like this: it's not a negative thing, remembering death. It's a positive thing. If you think that you could potentially die today or tomorrow, which we could, what does it do? It makes you really live for the moment, really make the most of every single day, every single hour, every single minute. Try and bear this in mind. Memento mori, remember death. For example, if friends ask you to come along to a barbecue or something like that, and maybe you've had a busy day at work, you're feeling tired, memento mori, remember death. It could be the last barbecue you ever experience. Again, sounds morbid, but think of it in a positive way. Really make the most of your life, because we are truly blessed to have this life, aren't we? Let's really maximize it. Let's live our best life possible. Those small little things and the big things, the amazing things. It's how we're going to live a big, joyful, abundant, amazing life. Okay, number 4, family. Now, like contentment, like gratitude, memento mori, we're building on all of that. Family. Let's really cherish and appreciate and feel grateful for the amazing relationships that we have in our life right now. Our family, our friends, etc. Why? Because remember the fragility of life. Memento mori. It could all change. Touch wood, it won't, but it could, and it may all change. So let's really think about the relationships that you have in your life. Think about the amazing people in your life. Maybe you've been taking them for granted. Can you show them some love? Can you spend more time with them? Myself, during and post lockdown now, one of my goals is to spend at least one evening or one quality meal time with family every week, and to spend one quality time having fun, socializing with good friends, and not taking people for granted. Maybe you can do something similar, or maybe you can reach out to a friend that you haven't spoken to in a long time that you would love to show some love and to get back in touch with. Just start to have a think about that, the relationships, family, friends that you have in your life right now, and how you can really maximize them. Because as many of us know, through lockdown, it could change just like that. Number 5, let's think about bulletproofing. Now, I don't know about you, but I've been thinking about if there was something else to happen. I'm not dwelling on it because it's a potential worry in the future that may never happen and is negative. I don't want to dwell on that sort of thing. But I always like to live by this phrase, hope for the best, plan for the worst. Be optimistic, but remember that something might not be as optimistic as we think. So what can we do? We can bulletproof ourselves, our health. We can focus on the basics, making sure that we're as healthy as possible. Now, I have got a video coming very, very soon on the 4 pillars of health, the absolute fundamentals. So don't worry, I've got you covered. What else can we do? We can focus on the amazing relationships, as I've just mentioned, in our life. Make sure that they're really healthy and as strong as possible. We can also think about things like our careers. Maybe you've lost your job during the pandemic. What can you do about that? You could go into work in a different industry that's more perhaps sustainable. If there was a second wave, you could look at going into healthcare, for example, or even better, not relying on anyone else or anyone else's business. You could create your own business, so you're 100% reliant on yourself. What else could you do? Have a think about savings. Now, if the worst does happen, if there's another lockdown, maybe we can start preparing now by saving extra money. Those, as I mentioned, being content, we can appreciate the small things rather than going out for dinner. We can make a really nice dinner at home and save the difference just in case. Any successful business has what's known as a war chest for the worst case scenario. So start that war chest now. Start saving up for the worst case scenario. And best case scenario, you've got extra savings to do things with that you'd love to do, like go on holiday, or if there was another recession, for example, you could invest that money, get some really amazing deals and make some money back. Okay guys, number 6, remember humanity. We're all in this together. Sometimes there can feel like some division in society, but this is not how it's supposed to be. We're all one together, one consciousness even. So let's remember this. Do you remember during lockdown, Thursday nights, 8 o'clock, people would come out of their houses and clap to show support and love to the key workers and NHS staff who were keeping us healthy, keeping us safe. Let's bear this in mind going forward. Think about how we can help one another, how we can not judge, not blame, not criticize, not divide, but come together. Things like, can you help those around you? Can you give more love, show more affection, give more time to those key relationships in your life? Can you help an elderly neighbor in your community? Can you buy lunch for a homeless person on the street? Can you do a litter pick around you? Can you do more for our joint home, our planet, this earth? Can we use a bit less plastic? Can we cycle instead of driving somewhere? These little things that all add up to create a huge thing. Let's think about the greater good, the benefit to all mankind, humankind. And let's remember humanity and that we're all in this together. So show some compassion, show some love,